Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is your coach right over here to help you guys with yet another video on Java tutorial. And this time we are going to discuss Java inheritance. Okay, so Java inheritance, what exactly it is. First of all, I'll try to show you in a real life example. Okay, so let's say we have a block. This block represents an employee. Okay, like we all are employee. Fine. So this is a block which represents employee. Fine. And this employee has some kind of salary. Okay, and some kind of position as well, since he or she is an employee. So let's say the position is as a programmer. Okay, fine. And he's also getting some kind of increment or bonus. We can call it as bonus. Fine. So here in inheritance, in Java inheritance, what happens? This particular employee act as a super class. That means the main class, or in Java it is called as a super class. Okay, fine. And here the programmer is called as a subclass. This is called as a subclass. Okay. Now, what is happening over here? Here, the programmer is an employee. Okay, so it is interrelated. He has a salary or she has a salary, and he or she also gets a bonus. Okay, so basically, inheritance means you are inheriting some property from the superclass. Okay, that means this particular programmer who is a subclass is inheriting the property that is salary from the employee. Okay, that is the superclass. So that's called as an inheritance. That is inheriting some property. So if I say like your father, okay, so you are inheriting some property from your father, like some qualities from your father. So that's called as inheritance. Okay, like adhering to some qualities from your father. So you have some qualities which your father has, so that's called as inheriting some properties. Okay, similar way, inheritance in Java means you're trying to inherit some properties from a superclass in your subclass. Okay, now how does that actually works? Okay, so we'll create a class. First of all, let's say I create first class as employee. Okay, that's my class. So I'll work inside this. Okay, let's remove everything. Now we'll start with class employee, and we have the salary of the employee, and that particular employee is a programmer, that we know. Okay, so class employee, and inside that I'll take a float variable. So this is the data type name, that is float, and the name is of the variable is salary, and let's say the salary is 40,000. Okay, this is my superclass. So I've closed this class. If you see carefully, this class is now closed. Now we will be working on our subclass, and we'll try to inherit this particular variable or this particular salary in our subclass, that is programmer. Okay, so class programmer, and it is actually extending the employee class, right? So we'll write extends employee. Okay, so this particular class, which is known as programmer, it extends the employee class. That means I am inheriting some values from the employee class, that is this one. That is why I have written extends. Okay, now inside this, so we'll write the another variable, which is, let's say, bonus. Okay, and let's say the bonus is 10,000. Fine. Now what we have to do, we have to inherit this one, right? Like the salary over here. Okay, so here we'll write public static void main string args, and then open the brackets, and now inside this we will just create an object, because for accessing a property of a class we have to create an object. Okay, so we can write programmer, we can just copy this off, write it over here. So programmer, let's say P is equal to new programmer. Okay, and then I'll try to print the salary and the bonus. This is what I want in the output, the salary and the bonus. Okay, so system println, okay, and I write programmer salary is, and I'll write p dot salary. Okay, because P is the object which I have created, which will access this particular class, and it will, because this particular class is extending the class employee, that is why if I write p dot salary, then it will print this 40,000. That means my output would be programmer salary is, then a colon, and then 40,000 will be printed. Same thing I want it for the bonus as well. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this off. Okay, and I paste this off, and over here I'll just write okay, so this will change this, and this will write as bonus. Okay, that's it. So here what's happening, so if you see carefully, so first of all let me close this as well. Okay, now it is closed. Now if you see carefully, I have one class which is employee, okay, and it has a variable inside it which is has a data type of float, and this is the variable, okay, that is the salary. Now I have another class that is programmer, and I want to inherit this particular class which is the super class. So this is a super class employee, okay, and I want to inherit the salary from it in my class programmer. Okay, so programmer extends employee. This you have to write whenever you're working with inheritance in your coding. Okay, so programmer extends employee. That means you're extending one class into another class. Okay, and I write integer data type bonus 10,000. So I have a variable bonus inside my programmer class. Okay, and then I want to print the bonus and salary. But before that, I am creating an object over here which is P, okay, which will help me to access this particular salary from here. Okay, and that is how I am printing p dot salary and p dot bonus. Okay, so after this, once the whole thing is over, you have to actually check it out, like how the code should look like, okay, before we go out to the output section. So if you see over here, I have just written a statement. This is just a statement because it's inside the double inverted quotes. So programmer salary is, so this would be the output, and then a colon, and then it would display p dot salary. That means p is the object over here and salary is the variable inside the employee class. That means 40,000 will be printed. That means programmer salary is 40,000. Similarly, for the second line of code, programmer bonus is p dot bonus. That means it will print the bonus, this one. Okay, so bonus 10,000 will be printed. Okay, so let's try to run this off. So we'll just compile. So it says class compile, no syntax error. Okay, now let me minimize this off, and then we'll try to open it. Okay, so this is the employee class. So